1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There goes the turrets.
Alert. Friendly division agent is down. Rogue agent down. A rogue agent has been neutralized. Rogue agent neutralized. Rogue agent down.
Just killed so many people. How's it going, guys? Today I want to discuss a few things as far as how to build yourself properly and some of the mechanics behind that. I'll start off by showing you my build, running 225,000k DPS, 77k health, and 14k skill power. This is in no way inflated, buffed, or anything of that matter. A lot of people are putting things on their gear and things on their weapons as far as mods that'll inflate their DPS, such as accuracy. But I'll prove to you that that does absolutely nothing here in a moment. First of all, I want to go over some of the keys behind gearing yourself properly and what to go for. So, the soft cap on critical hit chance is currently 60%. Soft cap referring to you can no longer boost it via items. You can only boost it with skills. The hard cap would, I guess, be 100% somehow if you can get your skill to give you 40% additional critical hit chance. That's awesome. The skill I refer to is Pulse. It will increase your critical hit chance and damage. Yeah, let's go down and talk about armor. Okay, so your armor is very important. 65% weapons damage mitigation simply takes away 65% of anyone's damage that's hitting you. As far as with the weapon, they can do other things like explosives, and this will not affect it. But the current armor cap is 65%, and you can get that by getting 4650 armor. I'm at 4754. I'm 104 over, but it's a finely tuned process in which I'll have to endure to lower that, and eventually I'll get it, but right now that's what I'm at. It's still over, not under, which is very important. Let's go and look at some of the other things. Okay, so I run a 4-piece sentry set. Some people are running 4-2 and 3-3, which is cool. You can do that if you want, but I prefer to run the Reckless on my chest piece. It's a 204. It's in the dark zone right now. You can grab the stamina blueprint and craft it up. You want to aim to get Reckless, which currently is absolutely ridiculous. To my knowledge, there are two theories behind the Reckless. One is stating that it should increase the damage by 10%, and they simply have not fixed it. The other is stating that, according in other countries, the translation comes out to increased damage and increased mitigation or defense. So I'm not really sure. I haven't done the research to see if either one are right. I really don't care. Right now it's working. And then I run the 4-piece sentry set. I'll go over some of these things. Skill power on my mask. Some people prefer the critical hit, but I like the skill power. My crit hit's fine. Skill power has helped me out as far as the pulse and heal. With one mod slot, knee pads, armor protection from elites, armor, or I'm sorry, critical hit damage. Okay, the other piece is my gunslinger, the high end. I feel like the talent as well on these are too valuable to throw away. The other piece that you would want to, well, I mean, you can have these slots filled up with greens and you'll no longer get those talents. So the two pieces I feel are most important, along with the 4-piece set bonus, would be the gloves. I currently have Astute on them, but you can get Savage, which is better than Astute, but this is working. It's the best I've gotten so far. With, critical hit chance damage and a weapon of your choice. Major attributes, really, as far as items go, is the biggest DPS increase item you can have. My holster armor. Four pieces I want to talk about really quick is holster, knee pads, chest piece, and backpack. They all can roll with the major attribute armor increase, which is pretty important as far as getting your mitigation right. Um, my backpack doesn't have it, but I don't need it. You saw earlier that I was over the armor cap, so I rolled critical hit damage on them. Holster, armor, knee pads, armor. You might look at my skill attributes and say it's all over the place, but that is, in my opinion, the last stage of gearing yourself properly. Would be the skill attributes, as I feel like your base attributes and caps and things that of that nature are more important than buffing your skills. Yeah. So we're going to look at my talents real quick. Oh, I run adrenaline when I'm in the dark zone. It's an overhill from my medkits, and then on the move, I'm constantly running on the move, especially in the incursion as well. The 30% damage reduction is pretty ridiculous. With the 65% cap, that is then 95%. Um, Tech support. Anytime you get a kill, it buffs the duration of your active skills. So if you're running, your pulse, that will increase the duration that it lasts for another 10 seconds every kill. And as always, one is none. The biggest DPS talent you can have, undeniable. Uh, One bullet every two shots back is ridiculous. Alright, so let's walk over here. And we're going to look at my base damage. No buffs. So you can see those crits are 125, 874 per headshot. And that is a headshot crit. Now we're going to look. It is currently at 225, 531 damage. DPS, sorry. This is the AUG from the Black Ops vendor that you could get with Phoenix credits last week, I think. Okay. Critical hit chance, scope, headshot damage, critical hit damage, magazine size, magazines, stability on the barrel, and stability critical hit damage, muzzle. Okay, so remember that number, 225, 531 is my current DPS. We're going to raise that. Okay, so this underbarrel is giving me a 10,000 DPS increase. I'm going to put that on. Let's see. Okay. There is a 11,000 DPS increase. I was hitting for 125k, almost 126k prior to this, but we just raised my DPS. What is that? That's 21,000 that we've raised it. $123,852, which is 2k lower than what I was hitting prior. But as you can see, I increased my DPS by 21,000. Lower damage, higher DPS. Now, that's because accuracy is raising your stats as far as DPS on sheet more than things that are actually important to DPS, such as stability isn't necessarily important, but critical hit damage is entirely important. You can see once again that this will do 125 now. 874, 125, 874, which is 2k more damage. A lot of people are falling into the trap of adding accuracy and seeing that it gives your primary DPS huge numbers, and they're falling into the trap of gear score, and they're breaking their builds. They're not gearing themselves properly, and they're wondering why this game is so hard. It's not that hard, guys. Hopefully this video can help you and many others. I'm in no way the best, but I do think that I'm pretty good, and I definitely have a firm grasp on the mechanics of this game as far as statistics. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and yeah, check me out later.